7 years. That's how long I'd been gone. Long enough for memory to fade into myth, for whispers to die out. I became a ghost with a pulse. But tonight, I returned. The ballroom glowed in gold, an empire of glass and arrogance. Billionaires toasted to themselves, while a string quartet pretended the world wasn't rotting outside. I stood among them, calm, anonymous, dressed in black. The invitation had no name, only a symbol, mine. Then I saw her, a waitress, late 20s, eyes too familiar. She froze when she saw me, tray trembling in her hands. "Excuse me," she whispered, "you look familiar." I turned slowly. Our eyes met. My daughter. Her name almost escaped my mouth, but I caught it. Names have power, and she lost hers the night she chose her mother's side. I smiled faintly. Do I? She searched my face like she was digging through ashes for something still warm, and for a moment I saw it, the flicker of guilt. Then her mother appeared across the room, still beautiful, still venom wrapped in elegance, my ex-wife. Her laughter cut through the music like glass scraping steel. She didn't see me yet, but she would, and when she did, the world she built on lies would crack, just as she cracked me years ago. I can still hear that night, our daughter's wedding. The music stopped when her hand met my face. 200 guests, 200 eyes. My wife screaming about betrayal I never committed. My daughter clutching her mother's arm, nodding through tears that weren't real. That slap wasn't pain, it was execution. It wasn't rage, it was strategy. I walked away that night with nothing, not my house, not my reputation, not even my name. She took everything except the truth. 7 years later, I bought the company that funded this event. I became what she always worshipped: power, money, influence. But I didn't return for revenge, not immediately. I returned for closure. At least, that's what I told myself. When I saw my daughter in that uniform serving drinks to people who once applauded her betrayal, something inside me shifted. Regret? No. Regret is for the innocent. It was recognition. She had fallen, and her mother didn't lift a hand to save her. The universe has a cruel way of balancing accounts. I watched them from the corner of the room, the woman who destroyed me and the girl who helped her do it. She aged well, my ex-wife. Money softened the years, but her eyes still carried that sharp hunger, the kind that feeds on the weakness of others. I listened quietly as guests whispered, her company bankrupt, her lovers gone, her name fading from headlines. She didn't know the silent investor who'd kept her business alive these last 2 years. Me. Every signature, every loan, every silent bailout led here. Tonight wasn't a reunion, it was a reckoning written in contracts and sealed in silence. The waitress, my daughter, passed again. Her eyes lingered on me longer this time. Something was unraveling in her, recognition growing teeth. She spilled a drink when our ex-lawyer approached me, the same man who'd helped them strip me clean. His face turned white when I greeted him by name. I didn't have to threaten him. Fear speaks fluently in silence. By midnight, every secret I'd uncovered, every false document, every hidden affair, every lie was in motion. All I had to do now, wait for her to see the truth she'd built her life on. The music stopped. Her company's name appeared on the large screen behind the stage. Then the second slide, an announcement. Effective immediately, all assets of RE Holdings are acquired by Aiden Holt Enterprises. My name, the one she erased, the one she thought dead. The room froze, cameras clicked, gasps filled the silence. She turned slowly and saw me. For the first time in her life, she couldn't form words. Her lipstick trembled. "Aiden," she finally whispered. I approached her like a ghost reclaiming its grave. "You always told me I was nothing without you." She shook her head. "You can't." I already did. She collapsed into a chair, mascara bleeding like ink down her face. My daughter watched from the edge of the stage, tears silently falling, not for me, but for the life that just disintegrated in front of her. I walked to my daughter. She didn't move, didn't speak, just whispered, "Dad, 7 years too late." I handed her an envelope. Inside, a deed, a company share, and a note with 2 words, "Start over." Her mother screamed my name, demanding I stop. I didn't turn around. I already stopped. I said that was enough. The silence that followed was heavier than any revenge could ever be. Outside, the night was colder than I remembered. The air felt clean. 7 years ago, I left with nothing but humiliation. Tonight, I left everything behind again, but this time by choice. Power isn't in taking revenge, it's in becoming untouchable. I looked back once through the glass doors. She was on her knees, my daughter beside her holding the letter. They weren't crying for me. They were crying because they finally saw who I had become and who they never could be again. I walked away quietly. No goodbye, no forgiveness, just peace, the kind you only earn when you stop bleeding for those who cut you.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Please subscribe.